So guys, for some weeks now, I have been trying to talk about Austria because I receive requests from international students who say they don't have money, and I understand times are hard and we all look for means to get knowledge, to get education, to better our lives, but through the cheaper options. So I have been filming these videos, and I think most of us we are using it, but some of us we are not using it as well, but it doesn't really matter. Guys, if you click on my video, the first thing you should do for me is to like the video, and the second thing you should do for me is to share with at least a brother, a sister, or a mother. All right, thank you so much. If you do it that way, YouTube is going to recommend me. All right, thank you so much. So today I found a cheap university again in Austria, and I want to be sharing the juice with you guys. For those of you who have been looking for bachelor's degree programs in English language, for those who have been looking for master's degree program, and of course PhD programs in English language, I have a couple of videos on this YouTube channel, and I will proceed again with another video. This time we are going to be going to another university in Austria. It is found in Linz, all right? And the name of this university is called Johannes Kepler's University, all right, in Linz. Before I move into the details, please, I want to say that the video about proof of funds to study in Austria is on this YouTube channel, and make sure you watch that video. I still have a couple of videos of why you should study in Austria. I still have another video of the importance of Austria and how the education system and the medical facilities and how the insurance policy works in Austria. There is still another video on this YouTube channel talking about legalization, various countries of legalization, verification and legalization, and the fees associated to all nationalities. There is also another video on this YouTube channel about Austria where I talk about how to work in Austria as an au pair, alright? And I said it is a pathway most of you guys, especially females, can use to migrate to Austria. Today, we are going to be moving to the academic section, and I want to focus more on Johannes Kepler's University in Linz. This university has over 70 degree programs. Some are graduate programs, some are undergraduate programs, some are how do they call it, dual degree programs, all right? And again, let me also draw your attention to the fact that this is a very cheap university. Again, understand that when I say cheap, the admissions procedure is not the same like other universities, like the University of Graz, the University of Vienna, the University of Innsbruck, and so many other universities. Now, what are some of the programs available? If you check the program list, I will link this school in the video description box, guys. So if you want to find out more, if you have interest in any of the programs, make sure you check the links in the description box, alright? There are so many links there, how to get to me fast and how to get to me slowly. Let me put it this way. But anyways, there are links in the description box, so please click those links and get to me, all right, if you have an issue. But drop all your comments on the comment section. I may see them very fast because I access my YouTube faster than those social media handles, all right? I don't have the same device controlling those handles, so make sure you drop your comment in the comment section. So now, moving further, first, there are programs in this university. Johannes Kepler's University in Linz, Austria, has more than 70 programs, but some graduate or undergraduate and graduate programs are about 70 or 73 or so. They have dual degree programs, they have English taught bachelor's programs, they have English taught master's degree programs, all right? Now, go through the list. You are going to find programs with biology, biological science. You are going to find programs related to medicine, natural sciences, engineering, computer sciences, education, social sciences, business, and law, all right? In total, there are about 70 of them, from economics to biology to philosophy to history, chemical engineering, biological sciences, and all the rest. There are a lot of them, all right? Remember, again, not all are taught in English language. Like we all know, Austria is a country where German is prominent in their schools or universities. It is also very difficult to find English taught bachelor's programs in most Austrian universities, but master's students have no problem. So if you are looking for a bachelor's program or a master's program taught in English language, make sure Excuse me, guys. Make sure you verify this university and know which one or what are the programs available. I get a lot of people coming to me and they are like, Milton, is this program taught in this university? I cannot know all the programs taught in all universities, guys. I only do this research and gather some of a few points so that I bring them out so that you guys can understand. Alright? So sometimes always check the universities to know, because I may not know all the things happening. Alright, it is not my fault, and I will keep doing and trying to check further. Alright, thank you so much. Now, let's look at the program. We have already talked about the programs. I want to elaborate more again about how you are going to do the application. But before I move to the application space, I want to draw your attention to the fees. Now, if you look at the website of Johannes Kepler's University very well, or if you check the link in the description box, you will notice that the tuition fee is not the same. European nationals, Austrian nationals, students from Switzerland, students from EEA member countries are not allowed to pay tuition fee. They study for free. Alright? Now, other students or those who do not graduate within the minimum or the maximum years, let's say their programs is 2 years, and if after 2 years they do not graduate, they would be charged 336 euros or 363 euros or so. Now, to those students coming from other places, like the EEA, the African countries or maybe less developed countries or third world countries, they also have their own tuition fee. And those of us coming from third developed countries, like those of us coming from Cameroon, because I believe Cameroon is a third developed country, you are going to be paying 726.72 euros a semester. International students coming from India, Pakistan, Cameroon, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Uganda, Burkina Faso, all over the world, you are going to be paying 726.72 euros. That is the fee for third country nationals. Well, I may list some of them. Some of these countries are not third countries nationals. I think South Africa is not a member, but know that third country nationals are going to be paying this amount of fee. Now, we have talked about the fee, we have talked about the program. I also want to talk about the application. For you to apply for any English taught program at Johannes Kepler's University, know that the application deadline is on 30th of April. We are already above half in the middle of April. So if you must apply for a program in this university and study for just 726.7 euros a semester, apply before April 30th. Now, you should understand that for you to do the application, there are various links you are going to click. If you check the admissions portal, first of all, you have to enroll into this university. Then when you enroll, an admissions committee is going to sit at the end of the admissions period and decide those who are going to be studying the program, all right, after the admissions assessment is done. Now, if you are accepted into the program, for those of you who always ask me, Milton, am I to do legalization, or I will do legalization after I have been admitted? You are going to do legalization only after you have been admitted to study these programs or any program in this university as an international student. Do we now understand? That is to say, if you go to the enrollment page, you create an account, you put in your details, you upload your documents, you have to wait. Then after that, if you are admitted, you now start the legalization and verification process until you apply for your visa and move to Austria. Now, how do you go about the application, the online enrollment? First, you have to create an account like I said before. Fill in the details. Make sure when you are choosing where to create the account, go to where they say enrolling with international certificates or qualification. Then choose again if you are enrolling for bachelor's or master's. But before you enroll, make sure that you already know the program you are applying for. You must know the program you are applying for, because in the pop-up menu, you may not find all the programs, or you may just see programs and you will not know which one is taught in German and English. Among all these programs in this university, some are taught in English and German, some entirely in English, and some entirely in German. For those of you who have been asking me if you can study medicine in Austria, you can study medicine in Austria only if you hold a German language certificate. at least a B1 certificate. There is no medicine in any university in Austria that I have seen or that I know that is taught in English language. Are we now clear? Now, when you apply, you have to wait, but remember there might be an online assessment. Alright, what I mean is not like an interview. You may just find a page. Like another university I was trying to follow up for someone, I discovered that there are 5 sections for you to fill in details. Alright, there are also forms like questionnaires you have to fill on Austrian admissions portals. There is also another form. If you are applying for a university in Austria, they will tell you to fill that form, and if you have applied for another school in Austria, you should indicate on that form. These are possible things you would find on this admissions portal at Johannes Kepler's University when you are trying to apply. I hope we now understand. Bear in mind that Austrian schools may not take too many programs. I think I have seen just one school so far that they are asking for 240 students for bachelor's degree. But this university might take maximum 50 in a classroom. Remember again, it is a big school, it is a competitive school, it is a very good school in terms of academics with highly qualified lecturers and a top-notch laboratory system. So they are going to be looking for experienced students and students who are very open-minded. Now, when you are applying for the programs, you need to bring in documents. Applying for bachelor's degree, you need basic high school documents which are going to show that at least you have a university qualification to go into university. What I mean here are your high school certificates. For those of you asking me if you can use WIEC certificate to apply to university in Austria, you can use WIEC, but make sure that you have been working or trying to bring in other details. Like I said, Austrian schools are highly competitive. For you to use your HND to study in Austria, you need to support it with maybe a working qualification, or your academic background must be very powerful. I am not saying that HND is not accepted. HND may be accepted, but I'm not sure accepted for masters. But you can use it to apply for bachelor's, okay? Then, again, like I said, when applying for bachelor's, if you have gone far, you have studied anything after your education or after your high school, if you have worked somewhere, your working documents, other certificates might accept you or might help you, alright? Add them to your application and indicate in your application. Austrian schools are schools that want you to prove that you can work. If you cannot prove to them that you can work, then you may not just get the admissions. Now, that is for those who are applying for bachelor's degree. Cameroonians, pay attention to this because remember you are using your O levels and your advanced level certificates. Also support your admissions with any relevant qualification you have, or have you attended internships? Have you worked somewhere? Do you have certificates to prove that? Upload them to the system to prove this. Alright. Again, those applying for master's degree, of course, we know that you have to bring in your bachelor's degree as well in addition to your high school documents. Make sure you document all these things and fill the application portal very well. If you doubt anything, send an email to the university to ask if they can assist you with that. But remember, I said you may not use HND to apply for master's degree in Austria. Even if you are using HND, you can try, but it is not impossible. But make sure you support your admissions with relevant working experience or academic certificates from other institutions or other places or online studies, all right? They are going to help you. Now, like I said, Johannes Kepler's University is not just a university in Austria, but has other advantages that I have seen from other universities. First, the first thing is the tuition fee. Though some schools in Austria will request you to pay 1,425 euros, I have seen similar schools with 363 euros and 726 euros. And an example is Johannes Kepler's University. Now, there is also another thing aside other programs in this university. They have grants and scholarships. So for everybody applying to this university, I want to say that make sure you click on the grants and scholarships section to know what type of grants they have for which nationalities, what type of scholarships they have for which nationalities. Secondly, they also have sporting exercises organized every semester. It is a paid something, but I think the school is going to take charge of that. So make sure you verify the sporting website. When you go there, you are going to see everything. I will put relevant links in the video description box so that it can be easy for you to navigate. Now, they also have a childcare responsible system, or a childcare support system. What do I mean here? Johannes Kepler's University doesn't body shame any woman who has a child or any father who has a child. If you have a child and will be going to school at this place or in Linz or at Johannes Kepler's University, know that they have a child support system on campus, which means that you can balance taking care of your child and also taking care of your lectures at this university. That is a good news for those of you who have been asking me if you can migrate with your families to Austria. I have a video about that. I have talked a lot about this, so make sure you verify the video and you watch. Again, they also take care of those with disabilities. Johannes Kepler's University have a special package for disabilities persons. Please verify very well. You are going to find this information I am giving you. Alright, now when you apply, make sure you upload your documents. When uploading your documents to this application portal, make sure you start with the highest certificate that you have. If you are applying for master's degree, make sure the certificates you have scanned them in PDF copies. Make sure your bachelor's transcript is at the top. The attestation follows, your high school documents follows, relevant working experience follows. Like this, you move down. Then, when you arrange the documents like that in PDF files, you upload them to the system. Remember, you will also need your passport copy and a passport data page, or the passport copy with your data page intact, and of course, a passport photograph. A passport photograph is the document that they will use to produce your identity card when you are moving to campus if admitted. I hope you now understand. Again, when you have been admitted, you have to now pay the relevant fees. Remember, again, at Johannes Kepler's University, there is a semester contribution. I think it should be around 20.5 euros. All right. Apart of the contribution you are going to pay as tuition fee, there is a semester contribution or some small amount of money, 20 euros or so, that you have to pay. All this money you have to pay before you move to Austria or you apply for the student visa. Check the relevant websites very well that I will link in the description box so that you know. Now, another very important thing I want to overemphasize here is the legalization. If you check the website very well, you will see that you do not need legalized documents at the initial stage of application. But if admitted into this university, you are going to legalize your documents, verify them, legalize them, apply for your visa. Remember, this process takes a long time, so make sure you start as early as possible, because when your documents reach the embassy stage, the embassy is still going to assign a lawyer to make sure they verify if your documents are actually correct. So if you are thinking that you are going to fraud documents, do not apply to Austrian universities, because when you get the admissions, you will not continue. I don't stand against anybody. I always stand against fake things. Make sure you do genuine things in order to succeed in life. Like I said before, Johannes Kepler universities also have medicine. They also have medical, laboratory, something, and nursing. If you want to study these programs, make sure you study the German language to the tips of your fingers. I hope this video helps somebody. If it does, please, like I said, if you watch my videos, share to one person. Share and encourage me, guys. That is how I'm going to rise. Thank you so much for understanding. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Until we meet again in another video. Peace.